everybody, and welcome to Beyond the Projector. I'm your host, Sphinx, and welcome to the podcast.
Wait, what? No, this was actually Sinks and I. First off, I think it's behind the. I don't even remember the podcast name again. It's probably behind the projector, whatever. I told Sphinx to do that in advance just to see what the reactions would be. I think we got a smirk out of shortness. Billy took a drink. Minna and Kyle are silent, so I'll take over from here. Hello.
And I was panicking the whole time.
You did great.
I'll give
You
you a
did
10 out of
Thank
10,
you.
Sphinx.
No notes. Love it.
I have my backup phone just for like Discord purposes, and I was desperately trying to get on Instagram to see what you messaged me earlier to make sure I didn't say anything wrong, but it logged me out, so I was just like here panicking.
It's okay. I don't even remember the name of my podcast half the time. So if you don't remember it, there's no shame in that. There's no shame
Thank
in
you.
anything we do here, horror related at least. Um, this podcast has been a long time. This episode has been a long time coming, and this probably has the most amount of guests on it. Again, we have Sphinx, Shortness, Billy, Minna, and Kyle, all people who have been on the podcast before. And this was supposed to come out earlier. I think the last one we did was I don't remember. But we did foreshadow we were going to do the It podcast, and Sphinx is going to actually help me co-host this specific episode because she is an expert aficionado dork when it comes to it. So,
Yes, I am.
um, so I think some of us I haven't really gone to because I've been on vacation for a while, but I do remember the Bill Skarsgård films, at least in parts of the Tim Curry one. Um, and some of you guys have seen the Skarsgård film, some of you have seen the Curry film, and others of you have seen all of them. I'm trying to think where we should begin with this. I think the first thing I'll bring up is how were each of you introduced to the story and or films It? I'll go with Sphinx first because Sphinx is the co-host of this episode.
Well, the first time I was ever introduced to it, I was actually cast as a clown in a haunted house. So I bought the movie to research how the heck a clown is supposed to act in a haunted house situation. No long, I got fired as a clown and recasted as Bloody Mary, and now I have this obsession with Pennywise all these years later. So
You got fired as you
50-50.
got fired as the clown.
I know, crazy, right? Yeah, I was not good back then.
You should go try out again. I'm sure you would get it this time, Sphinx. And
Uh,
I'll go with the drunkard Billy. No, I'm just kidding. Billy is going to be doing some drinking throughout this episode because why not? Billy, how were you introduced to it? And actually, would you like to explain the drinking game you are doing? That Sphinx, I think, is also
Absolutely.
doing.
I'll start with the
I'm
movie
trying.
itself. So, I watched it when I was, I think, 15 years old by myself in my basement room when I was in high school on my phone, and I was having a ball. That movie was absolutely hilarious. And I was thinking to myself, how do people find this scary? I was sober.
So you have
Actually, Doug Walker, fast forward a little bit, I got introduced to Nostalgia Critic, and then he did the review of it, which introduced the drinking game. So you take a shot for every Stephen King cliche. So I already did one for Gary May. So we'll take one for the cliche of what's a good one? The one-dimensional bullies that you see in every one of his works.
yeah, he does love his psychotic bullies, whether they be
That he
children or
does.
parents. All right, shortness. How were you introduced to it?
My older siblings wanted to torture me, so they put on it. And yes, I did find it scary. To be fair, I was like 6.
Okay.
I was very young before I decided horror movies will not scare me, and now I think they're amazing, hilarious, and I like to deep dive and dig into the production and all that wonderful stuff and Curry is just so good and I think Skarsgård did a fantastic job of taking on the mantle of Pennywise.
We're gonna have that's gonna be a whole other debate
Oh yeah, it
when
is.
we decide who's the definitive it.
You're gonna hate my answer.
All right. Oh God. It's gonna be Jared Leto because he was truly the best Pennywise.
I was gonna
How
say
dare
no.
you?
Sphinx is the definitive. How dare?
I kid, I kid.
Oh my God.
Mi- Minna,
You.
how were you introduced to it?
So I don't remember when it started, but at one point I was terrified of it and like terrified of Pennywise. It's really funny because I think I might have just saw him in like a trailer, like I just saw like the movie trailer and decided he was so scary and it made me afraid of bathrooms because I just knew those scenes. Like I just remember seeing him like the sink scene that's probably in the trailer and like him in the bathroom or whatever. And so yeah, I was like terrified of bathrooms because I was terrified of him as a kid and then finally saw it for the first time and I just laughed throughout the entire movie, and I was no longer afraid of him.
So you had a similar experience to Billy then, where you guys both thought the movie was more hilarious than scary, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're gonna have interesting topics on who finds it scary and who doesn't. Kyle, where do you rank on it? How were you introduced to it? Did you find it scary, funny, and what were you doing today, Kyle? Would you like to share to the audience?
Okay, I am currently watching It Chapter 2, the newer one. Stephen King just had his cameo.
Of course.
So, okay, let me answer your question with a question. Um, are you asking me when's the first time I've watched any of the It movies, or the old one, the new one, or just
Any of them. Any of them.
All right, let's see. I believe I was 10. I caught a glimpse of the shower scene on TV, and it scared the crap out of me. And I remember telling the kids in like fourth grade, like everything that happened at that one scene, and we were all freaking out at school. Didn't see it again until I was like 13 at a slumber party. Me and the other kids, we watched It Chapter 1 and 2, the 1999 version, and it was awesome. I loved it so much. It was the craziest thing I'd seen at the time. And what was the other question? You want to know what my
Oh,
ranking is?
oh, we'll get to the ranking, but I was just the how were you introduced to it, basically.
On, you know what? I'm same as every every other movie I've done on this podcast on TV.
You know what? That's a good way to be introduced. Just Saturday night going through the channel and finding a random horror movie. They used to
It,
do that. Oh, go ahead.
usually my answer is on TV without any parental supervision every
That's
time.
the best way to be introduced to something. For me, I vividly remember, I don't remember how old I was, but I know I was a kid. I saw the VHS tape of it. I didn't watch it, I just saw the cover at someone's house. And I thought, honest to God, I thought it was it's the one where he's like peeking out from the white cover with the three claws. I thought it was a film about a killer clown doll. That's what I thought the movie was about without having seen it. I was just
Ooh,
like, he's a creepy, it's like Chucky, but with a clown doll.
That one?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the cover where he's just peeking out. I thought that was like one of those clowns on the tricycles, like the roundup ones.
Oh,
And
like Saw?
kind of, yeah. And in hindsight, that would have made the movie even more hilarious. Just like waha,
Huh.
waha, waha. Da, 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 da. Um, I eventually saw some of the Tim Curry film. I didn't watch all of it because I honestly thought a lot of it was boring. Like as in the adult stuff. The adult stuff for all the versions of it, I really don't care for. When you got to Curry and the kids, I think Seth Green is in the Curry one, right? Where I believe he plays Richie also. We'll get to Richie eventually. I think well, I guess we'll segue into what we think of the films. I really don't care for any of the stuff that has to do with the adult actors. I find that part of the film, and what I read about the book, I just did a quick click notes. It's kind of boring unless you get to once until you get to the kid stuff. Then it's more interesting and more scary. I'm going on. Sphinx, what is your thoughts on the overall story of it? Do you kind of agree with me that the adult stuff is not that good, but the kid stuff is better, or do you disagree?
So I want to preference that all of my opinions are based off the fact that I'm a super fan of the book. The movies, I love the movies, don't get me wrong, but the book I read like 7 times a year.
Okay.
So that's not an exaggeration either. I really wish it was. But in the book, all of the kid stuff is flashback, so it all mixes in better. So in the book perspective, I love the adult stuff because I think it's a really fascinating way that the Stephen King set it up. But in the movies, I do agree the adult stuff can be kind of lackluster sometimes and just like, okay, let's get back to the clown, please.
Like you see the clown on the cover, you're like, it's false advertising. The clown's barely it. No, I'm kidding. Um, who wants to take it? Minna, Shortness, Billy, Kyle, do you kind of agree? Or what are your thoughts on the mixing of the adults and kids in the story? Do you kind of find the adult portion good, bad? Do you prefer? Let's see who we get with. Trying to form an actual question here. Um, yeah, what do you guys think of the adult part of the film? Like when they're adults.
Sorry, sir. Would you mind repeating that? My
Yeah, do
apologies.
you kind of find the adult segments of the It films kind of lackluster, not that good, but compared to the stuff with the kids? Sphinx was saying that if you read the book,
Oh,
they're all the whole story is interesting, but when in the film adaptations, they don't really do the adult stuff justice. Is that correct, Sphinx?
Yeah, pretty much. It's very much like the beginning of the book, basically, the entire book is like split 50-50 between like 1950s and the 80s. So it's kind of, there are definitely points where it's really hard to understand if you're with the adults or the children and everything, but it is very much like so much better. And it's really not that hard to pull off. I don't know why every movie is like wants to separate those two movies, I guess.
Like I think they kind of do it in the Tim Curry. Don't they do it in the Tim Curry one where they go back and forth?
Vaguely a little bit. It's done way better than in the Skarsgård's movie, I will say that.
I think we'll get to kind of get more people engaged. We'll go with the Tim Curry film first. Billy, I feel like I should ask you this because you love the cliches of the Stephen King universe. I don't know why that makes me think you should add. I don't know. Billy, what did you think of the Tim Curry film? And why is
I
it so
think
funny?
oh, there's a load of reasons. One of them is Tim Curry giving 1,000,000%. He is absolutely hilarious in it. You cannot go wrong with Tim Curry. And in D&D terms, it's Tim Curry is when you max out your charisma.
I started doing D&D, so I finally understand that reference.
Another thing I love about the movie is, despite its lack of CGI, its practical effects are really good. The it as do a lot of movies in the 80s, 90s, because of effects not being super CGI, they had to go practical and emphasize on story and atmosphere. And that's something I will say that the Curry one has over the Skarsgård is a sense of dread with Pennywise. And Sphinx, you're going to hate me for this. I love Curry more than Skarsgård.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I just find that the best thing about Curry is he is legitimately funny. But there is that, and what makes him more creepy is that there's that hint of sinister threat behind him. But he's a legitimately good clown. Skarsgård,
He's like a horror haunted house clown.
yeah, I mean, he does it good, and he is funny, but he wouldn't be able to lure kids, unlike Tim Curry.
That's true. That's a good point because this is coming from a guy who prefers Skarsgård. However, I will fully admit Curry is more convincing. Like when he's doing the clown persona, like "Hiya, Georgie." Um,
That was
he
good.
thank you, thank you. Um, I agree with Billy. You could believe that he's convincingly luring people in, but then when you watch the Skarsgård version, it was like "Hiya, Georgie." Um,
I don't know
that's
about you guys, but it'd work on me.
it worked on you. It worked on you.
It would work on me for sure. 10 out of 10, no
It would
problem
work on
sliding
me.
into that sewer.
Yep, work on me as well. 100%.
I'd be
Okay,
like,
so
you can
going
keep the
forward,
balloon.
if you don't hear from Sphinx or Mina again, it's because of the red balloon.
Oh, like
Absolutely.
Where's
Kyle,
Sphinx and Mina? Has anyone checked the drains? And I'm listening for a clown laugh. Yep, there you go.
They're gone.
We're
They're
just
gone.
floating.
We're gonna lose podcasters on this episode, guys.
I will say though, because of Sphinx's comment, I will say this: the one thing that Skarsgård's version did better than the Curry one is the floating concept.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
And when we get to Skarsgård, I'll go further into that. But yeah, there were some lackluster moments in the Curry version, particularly when it's with the adults. When it gets to the grown-up aspect of the movie, this is me.
Yeah,
Well,
like it. I think the most painful part is when you have the older adult Richie, and he's trying to be funny, and it's like, oh God, this is like, get
In
off the
the
stage.
in the Tim Curry one or the
In the Tim Curry
Bill
one,
Hader?
the Tim
Oh, okay,
Curry one.
I was like, Bill Hader did good in that, I
Don't
think.
disrespect the hater. Pal, you said that the Georgie stuff you felt sorry. What was it that you said about Georgie and the drain? Like you thought you felt more sorry for him in the Skarsgård one. Is that it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but if I had to compare the two, I feel more sad for the kid in the newer one than the original one. I don't know what it is.
The, the
Just-
the kid in the original one was too happy and cheerful. He deserved it. No.
No, sorry if this is really going off. I think what you're experiencing, Kyle, is the fact that in the original one, you didn't really see the actual like attack at all. You kind of just heard what happened. And then in the Skarsgård, you actually have a neighbor come out, see what's happening, and avoid helping.
Yeah.
Oh, that part is
Like
terrifying.
you see
Oh
his
my
arm
God.
gone.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I have so many book things that I want to say because there's so many differences that make so many like things hit so much harder. But I won't, not yet.
Well, I will say the one thing I do like about the newer one is that they don't shy away from the kids dying. They'll show kids getting their arms ripped off or bitten in half or getting their head munched on. It's crazy. I
Like,
like it.
and that's just Pennywise. I mean, in the new one, you also have oh my gosh, I just almost forgot his name. The bully, Harry, right? Am I wrong?
Henry.
Henry Bowers.
Thank you, Henry. Actually carve into Ben's skin versus
Oh,
the
Yes.
original where he gets away. And it's like, kids are brutal.
And the reason, okay, I'm sorry.
Go for it,
My book
Sphinx. Go for
knowledge
it.
is just trying to I'm trying not to throw up just book knowledge all over
oh,
because
do
it's
please
like,
do.
there's so many reasons for these things. Like Henry carves his name into Ben's stomach because he wouldn't let Ben cheat on his final, so he had to take summer school. They needed to put that information in. Like, yeah, Henry's terrifying as just being like an unhinged kid, but he has a reason for it. He's not just doing these things to do it.
Now,
And it would have taken 2 seconds.
I'll ask you, Sphinx, is Henry as psychotic as he is in the films in the book?
He's worse.
Oh God.
He's so much worse. Like, there's definitely points in the book. There's like full chapters of the book that I will skip every single time because I will never read them again. But there's a lot of Henry parts that I'm literally just like praying that my headphone doesn't disconnect and people at work overhear what I'm listening to because it's pretty gnarly.
Like I think the one that I remember the most with Henry is in the Tim Curry one where he's straight out who was the kid he straight out tries to kill in the Tim Curry one? Like when they're in the
Mike?
sewer. Was that Mike?
Oh no, that was
'Cause
Stan.
Okay.
When his hair turns white.
Yeah, when his hair turns white.
Yeah, I think that was
Oh
Stan.
yeah. Yeah,
Because
because I
that's
think
when he
it's
sees the
Mike
dead
in
lights.
Oh, the dead.
yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
the
I think
dead
it's Mike in
lights.
the Skarsgård one because that's when it's
Mm.
Mike that he almost like bashes his head in with a rock.
Yeah, because isn't Henry full on a racist in the book, and they imply? I'm not sure if they imply it in the movies or they. I don't remember they even flat out say it, but
It's in both movies, I'm pretty sure. He just doesn't say the N-word in the new one, but he does in the old one. I watched it last night, so that I very much saw that. And in the books, it's very prominent. Or in
Oh
the
yeah.
book.
Billy, do you want to take a drink? Oh wait, you already did take a drink for the bully, didn't you?
yep.
You want to take another drink anyway for fun?
Nope. No, Jack, I'm not getting plastered on camera. Yeah, you're not seeing that.
You're not going to be on camera. Just your voice will be on. Yeah, never mind.
No, it has to be a Stephen King cliche.
Okay. I guess we'll just
Speaking
get on
of,
down
The
to it.
Stephen King cliche is that there's racism.
yeah,
Damn
truly.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
Just a little mild flex because might as well before we get into this. I have in fact met Stephen King and he is just as fucking creepy as in real life as he is in person or in the other bits.
Hold the phone.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, by the
I'm
way.
I'm extremely jealous of you,
Heyo,
SPHINX.
taking a drink.
Tell us this
Yeah.
story, Sphinx. How did you meet Stephen
Okay.
King?
It was the craziest series of events, but I used to work at Barnes and Noble and where I live, I guess I remove this part, like bleep out my location on the podcast, but I trust all of you. I'm located in, so he's obsessed with, even it's quoted in the movie and everything. And he came to when I worked at Barnes and Noble at that time, and they were literally like, "Hey, do you want to just get him anything he needs and just make sure he's okay?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I just randomly got assigned to watch over Stephen King for a day. He was very mean.
He was mean?
He kind of was, but I think he was just over it.
I like how you
yeah, he's
phrased
not a
it.
social man.
He's
I like-
not.
I like how you phrased it like I had to watch over
I can
Stephen
relate.
King.
Yeah, I kind of did. Like, it was very bizarre, entering, because he was in our, where we kept all of our Overstock books and stuff, just, signing before he did his, questions and stuff. And I literally, every time I walked into the room, I felt like the mood change, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm about to be a part of this book.
Like he's gonna become Henry Bowers or something like that.
Honestly, I was like, man, this guy's come up with a lot of really sick stuff, and here I am face to face, or he's got a weird face. I'm sorry. It's all
No, he
it was all the
does.
coke.
I will agree with you. He does. And some of the
Yeah.
stuff that he's written in his books, it's like, okay, I know I'm bad, but jeez, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we're gonna go into some of the stuff that happens in the book because we don't need to talk about that necessarily. No, we don't need to talk about it at all. So
No,
we're just gonna
no, Jack, we're not going
we
there.
don't talk
I
about
mean,
we
I
don't
can't believe
talk
I'm
about
quoting another clown, but from the epic rap battle show where Joker versus Pennywise, to
We
quote
don't
the
talk-
line, "This is Earth, you space demon. We live in a society."
we don't talk about the stuff Stephen King wrote when he was on coke. That's the gold.
Chapter 22.
Oh
Tommy
god.
knockers.
I think so. Let's go back to the Curry film.
Sorry, I derailed us so badly there.
No. You are the co-host, and anything with King or It, movies or the book, whatever. I greatly appreciate this because I'm not a good. I did watch the part one, part two, and I didn't get to all of the Curry film. But what I did, because this will be the segue into Curry, I think he's delightful in that film. And when I say delightful, I don't mean like, oh, he's a happy little charming. I think it's a delightful performance from Curry. I don't find him scary, but I love him. He's having a blast. This is like on par with him on Muppets Treasure Island, folks. He's just having a grand old time. I love him.
We've got cabin fever.
Yeah, exactly. He should be singing in this movie. Like, what did you guys
Tim
think
Curry
of
has a
Curry?
fantastic singing voice, by the way, of all of his albums.
Of course you
Oh,
do.
yes, he does.
What do you guys think of the Curry Pennywise?
I loved it.
Classic, 10 out of 10.
Absolutely fantastic. Makes me laugh and smile when the kids get munched. I mean, what?
I'm curious what.
I will say
Uh-oh.
that something about the Tim Curry it versus the Skarsgård versions, it hits childhood nostalgia so much harder for me. Just
Mhm.
when they're riding their bikes and they're swimming in the quarry and everything, I'm literally like, oh gosh, I miss being a kid.
Same.
Even if there's a demon clown after me, I miss being a kid.
Would you trade it all to go
That's-
back as a kid, even if you knew there was a clown trying to kill you, Sphinx?
Ooh.
Can I retain all the information I have now?
I'm sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, okay. Like,
As long
Minna,
as I have the skill set, I know I could take on Pennywise with my knowledge now, I think.
so
Maybe.
I think we have everyone's responses. I had Kyle saying, Minna, what do you think of the Curry Pennywise compared to well, let's just say, what do you think of the Curry Pennywise?
Meh.
Oh, we got a meh. What Elaborate, please.
Okay. So honestly, I think my opinions of them are actually very different than Billy's. Is that I actually feel like I do agree that Tim Curry's is more of a clown, and not scary. But I actually do think Skarsgård does better in that aspect still as well, where like he has the fun little voice. Because I actually was having a hard time watching the Tim Curry one because I was like, it just sounds like him. Like I was just kind of like, wow, he doesn't really do a voice. Like the only time that he does, there's like one point in the movie that I felt like he really did, but I actually just kind of felt like it was Tim Curry. He was having a great time, but it kind of just felt like Tim Curry to me, and I didn't really feel like he was doing a voice or anything. Um, and I didn't find him very entertaining, which is weird for me to say about Tim Curry.
Oh,
Um,
no.
I'll be so real. I will be so real. I just didn't think it aged well. And this is also coming from me from like, I don't have the childhood connection to this, right? So I don't have like the nostalgia that like allows me to allow things to like get past because I think that, people do that all the time where like you grew up with something. So you're like, oh, when you watch an adult, you're like, oh, but like it has nostalgia. So it's still fine. I don't have this right now. So I'm very much like, uh, and so yeah, I just didn't really like it. And like I am biased where like I like Skarsgård's more. I think he did a fantastic job, and like I think he would be better at like luring kids in, because like his voice does like fully reach an octave higher, right? Like
Mhm.
as someone who also worked in haunted houses and has seen clowns and seen how easily kids will follow a clown,
Yeah.
my God. It
Yep.
doesn't take much, but if they got a high voice, they're following. That was
I
easy.
really appreciate this perspective, especially since all of us were kind of on the Curry board. But I will agree that with the idea that he doesn't really change his voice. So it's kind of like Curry just slapped on some clown makeup and just played himself, I guess. He's doing a
And
great and fun job, but
oh
I
my God,
agree
can I
with
go
you.
over that real? I'm so sorry. I just have one more thing about
Oh,
his
go ahead,
his
go ahead.
clown is the makeup. I'm sorry, it drives me up a wall. He just looks like paper. What is that? He just looks like a giant white ball. Like, it drives me up a wall. Oh my God. I hate Tim Curry's makeup so much in the old one. Oh, it's and like I'm like, oh man, they needed to dramatize it so much. Like if the like blue arrows were just bigger, something. Why are they so small?
Kyle, I know what our next watch party is. We're gonna watch the Curry one. We're gonna force Minna to watch it again.
Hey, I mean, we forced you and Sphinx to watch the Batman Returns.
Oh,
Uh,
you sure did. that,
oh my gosh, that was funny. Thank you for that.
that was a fun night.
Oh,
Well, I'll ask before we get to Skarsgård. I know you guys are going to want to talk about that one. Ah, my pen. Um, what do you think of we compare the kids, like, or not all of them, I guess, but you over as a group? Did you like the kids from the Curry one more, or did you like the kids from the Skarsgård one? Because I will
Me, me,
say,
me,
wait, what? You okay, Sphinx? I'm picking you. There you go.
me, me,
Cool.
me.
You don't see it, but she's raising her hand like a kid in school.
I call
Child
second.
Eddie, Child Eddie and Skarsgård, perfect. Adult Eddie and Tim Curry, my favorite. Bill, fine. Bev, I love the Curry Bev because she's more book accurate. In the Skarsgård one, they made her too like weak, I guess. She's kind of like a huge backbone for the Losers Club. And that's all my opinions on that. I won't get too in deep, but
Did you go to
adult
Rich?
Eddie and Tim Curry.
Did you say the Richie ones? I might have missed that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
How dare you forget Richie?
I I really do have a soft spot for Richie, but I'm gonna hold a lot of that back until we talk about both movies before I go off on book stuff because the way the book ends versus the way the movies end are drastically different, and I will never let forgive either director for messing it up because it's not hard to do, but Um, I think if I had to say anything, I love both Richie's and the Tim Curry and the Skarsgård one, but I'll never forgive Skarsgård for not having Beep Beep Richie be a thing.
He kind of says it in the Scars. What
It's
doesn't he say it in
only
both,
in
actually?
one spot. It is only in
One,
one spot, and it upsets me
it is
constantly.
important.
Oh my god,
Oh, so
no!
you
Like I'm so happy for the fandom being like Beep Beep Richie is on every freaking fan art thing. I am so proud of them for it. But like
Yeah,
the fact that
it's
it's only
so
in one,
important.
oh, it's so big.
so
It's
It
Thank
it
constant. The
you.
really
Tim
is.
Curry one.
My nephew, who has never seen it, he knows Beep Beep Richie because we say it all the time.
so you guys are before we continue, you're saying he says it more than just once in the film. Like in the
Really?
books,
It's
he says
like,
it more.
oh, he said, so it's like the Losers Club use it when Richie is becoming too Richie. So it's basically like the code to tell him to shut up. It's like, hey, you're doing too
Yeah.
much right now, and he'll pull back. He respects it. So the fact that they didn't even have that and they just had Richie go off in the Skarsgård one with no control is crazy because they are a collective, they are a group, they all have specific things for specific purposes on why the others chose them. So maybe we
That
should play into that a
Yeah.
little bit
that
more.
actually would have made it more terrifying because if you have the kids already saying it's like setting it up, and when you
Mm.
hear Pennywise finally say it, it's like, oh shoot, I'm trying to refrain from cussing on these episodes. Um, so it's like that would have been terrifying if they had it all set up and then you have the payoff with Pennywise saying it. So it's kind of now that how you guys explained it, it's like so he just randomly said that. What does that even mean?
Yeah, like
Exactly. I
it's
remember. Sorry, you go first.
no, you're so good. No, it's like really upsetting because it is like a boundary thing, and that's like huge for this friend group, right? Because Richie does seem
Mm.
like the most like selfish really in all like against all of them, and so this is kind of like your way of seeing that like he's not, and that he also respects his friends, and that like his like their opinions of him are important, so he'll like pull back when they do that. Ugh.
So
Exactly.
it's
Like
like
it's super duper important. Like exactly like how Mina described it. It's like it is a boundary thing, and it's a really big deal in the book as well because it's like there's so many times where Richie will just make an offhanded comment at a like they'll be down in the sewers like outside of Pennywise's store for the final showdown. He'll make a comment and they'll go like beep beep Richie, and he's like, yeah, sorry, my bad, and it's that's the end of it. He never
Yeah.
disrespects it.
No,
like
and it's like really mad. It's like really upsetting because of how many times Eddie is like in the Skarsgård one is trying to like be like, "Shut up, Richie," and I'm like, man, I really would love like beep beep Richie right now.
Mm.
hashtag beep beep Richie. Was that a thing when the movies came out? Was that a thing?
Probably.
I think
Like,
so.
but
Yeah, I very much remember being in the theater and when Pennywise popped out of the coffin that had like Richie's little dummy duplicate in it and he said it, I literally out loud in the theater went, that's so pointless.
you get some people looking at you like with annoyance or cheering or what?
Probably, I probably really upset a lot of people in that theater because A, when Georgie got biffed out in the beginning of the movie, I genuinely gasped because I knew it was happening, but I didn't expect to actually see it because you don't in the Skarsgård one. And yeah, I wasn't probably like the best theater goer when I saw either of the Pennywise It movies.
I think
I did something like that in another movie that I'm passionate about the franchise. So you're not alone, Sphinx.
Thank goodness, because I genuinely kind of felt bad when I left the theater. I was like, man, I'm an adult. I should have pulled back a little bit.
Oh,
no,
don't, oh,
it's
don't you worry. I did that in Pacific Rim too.
what did
I
you do,
stood up and
Kyle?
I said, "This movie sucks."
That didn't have Guillermo del Toro directing it, right?
Oh no, no, it's people. We all say it doesn't exist, so I don't know what movie I saw. It must have been something else.
You saw Robot Jocks or um
I saw
Hey, that's
the
what
teenager
I
kid
Atlantic
get.
the Atlantic
yeah,
Rim. I don't know.
that's what I say about the Star Wars sequel trilogy. It was episode 8, by the way. I spoke out loud.
Oh, oh. I
Ooh,
won't get into that. No, okay. Um,
real quick.
yeah.
I like the kids in the newer one than the older one. So much better.
Do you have a favorite kid, and why do you prefer the newer kids?
I prefer them because they actually act like kids. They mess with each other all the time. They swear all the time. They make jokes when they're nervous. Uh, emotional and irrational, and I love it so much. The kids in the 1990s Tim Curry one, they're just so like Stephen King kids. They're just like, I am a kid. This is how kids talk. I am issuing dialogue. Here is my turn for exposition.
Gee willikers.
Ah, yeah. It's just
Uh,
like
yeah,
it's
you're
like
not wrong
come.
there, Kyle.
It's like come on, kids talk like this in every era. They swear, they say weird stuff to each other, they act inappropriate, but uh, yeah, they're robots in the first one.
Did
But
you
the
have a
second one, the kids are hilarious, and the bond between them, you feel it so much more.
did you have a favorite kid in the new one?
Ooh, um, I don't know. I think it's Richie is hilarious, so
He's
funny.
he's great. He's the Stranger Things kid, right? Finn.
Yeah, I really do like Eddie though. I also just that actor's funny, the
Can
kid
I?
from Shazam.
Oh, he is from Shazam.
Yeah, that's the kid, the best friend. I don't know his name in that
Oh,
movie,
I forgot he was in Shazam. That movie slaps, Loki.
Actually,
right?
Shazam is better than it has any right to be.
Oh,
Oh my God,
Yeah,
no,
it
that's the
really
funny thing is
is.
I saw Shazam after I saw it, so it threw me for such a loop because I was like, Eddie, what are you
He
doing
plays the kid on
here?
the crutch, right?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does. He's
I
the
want
kid
to
with
bring.
the bat. He also has the batarang.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to mention Eddie quickly because I think he's in one of my favorite moments from the Skarsgård one, which when, and I think it's one of the first scenes they filmed. It's when Skarsgård is toying with Eddie so badly. He's coming out of the fridge and he's just like, time to float. And he's just messing with him. He's not even eating him. It's just like pretending to eat his arm and all that. And
You,
you feel so sorry for Eddie in this. And I just want to say
I was laughing.
it's still my favorite moment because when he turns to not Mike, why am I forgetting his name? The main,
Bill?
thank you. When he turns to him, he's like, "This isn't real enough for you, Billy." And the line that kills me is like, "I'm not real enough for you." I
It
love
was
that whole scene, but
it
how
was
he
real enough for Georgie.
it was real enough for
Damn,
Georgie.
Pennywise.
Oh, I love that
I
whole
called
scene.
Pennywise for a full year because of that line.
What?
Well, he certainly knows how to take an arm out of somebody.
Oh, but man, he stole it.
Hey, oh, that's another drink.
But that's my favorite
No,
scene.
I'm drinking a Stephen
Fun little
Kingsley shade,
fact.
not puns.
Fun little fact. When Pennywise comes out of the fridge, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was all practical and they tied up Skarsgård and like pulled his limbs out to make it
Oh
all
God,
jerky and weird.
that's ugh.
I'm
I mean,
pretty
they
sure, yeah,
obviously
because
CGI'd it a little bit.
yeah, well, because like Skarsgård actually, there's so many things that Skarsgård did, and I think this is another reason why I really like his Pennywise, is because there's so many things that he did because CGI like was taking too long, or that he just likes practical effects, so he's just kind of like, let me see if I can do it.
Did he
Like the
actually
eye
And
move his
thing.
eyes? Like he
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah,
eye
he does
thing
that.
is
Have
the
you seen those
CGI was taking
pictures?
too long.
Yeah, he
Have
has.
you seen those pictures with him and Bill Hader on set, like next to the makeup thing, where it's like they're talking and then
Yeah,
he makes the face and he's running in the third
Yeah,
picture away from Pennywise?
Oh,
it's so good. Oh my God,
I
and it's
love
so
Skarsgård
good.
also
that.
has.
I love
Yeah,
them. I love
Skarsgård has a
that.
sort of he has like a stigma or something, elongated optic nerve. That's why his eyes go two different directions.
he was
That's
typecast. They
crazy.
hired him just for that. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, well, because they
I could
learned
I
on
could be
set
wrong
because
about
the
the
CGI
condition,
was
but
taking too long.
Should we get into it then? What did you all, and I'll let Minna go first on this one. What did you all think of the Skarsgård performance, character, all that? What do you think of Skarsgård overall as Pennywise?
I mean, I love him.
Genuinely terrifying.
Like it, Billy, Shortness, SPHINX. If Billy, you said you
ladies
like
first.
prefer Curry, but you like Skarsgård's portrayal at least.
I don't mind it. Again, you know my reserve how I feel about clowns, Jack.
Yeah, I know, I know. Billy is, for those who don't know, Riddler hates Joker. Okay. Shortness. Thoughts on the Skarsgård, Pennywise?
when it comes to Skarsgård, I do appreciate the fact that he takes in account of like the fears that all the kids have and adds it to whatever Pennywise like performance he's doing, if that made any sense at all, like, you know,
No. He takes the forms of what they're scared
yeah, well, even more than that, he adds it to his own performance within Pennywise.
Mm.
Like it's not just like the whatever, like the CGI monster, but he adds that type of fear within himself at performing as the clown, is what I appreciate. And I like Tim Curry scared the crap out of me again. I was a kid. Bill Skarsgård did not. I really just enjoyed watching every little moment of it because it's like, damn, he looks like he's having so much fun scaring the shit out of these kids. Apologies for swearing.
It's okay. It's okay. Um, Kyle, I'm not sure if you went for the Scar. I might have misheard, but did you have anything to say about Skarsgård's performance? Kyle's on mute. Oh, here he goes.
Sorry, I was baby and whatnot. I loved it. It was genuinely creepy. I loved all his voices, all his like facial expressions. I know most of it is they had to use CGI, but yeah, he is genuinely terrifying. I enjoyed it. Tim Curry always going to be the best, but you know, if there was going to be a second one, Bill Skarsgård, best choice.
And then we'll leave it to the main expert in this, Sphinx. What did you think of Skarsgård's Pennywise? Uh-oh.
I'm obsessed with Skarsgård's
Oh, thank God.
Pennywise.
That's not where I thought it was going.
I mean, I love my mansies. I don't know why, like, don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with Tim Curry. I've always been obsessed with Tim Curry since I saw him in Rocky Horror Picture Show and Clue and everything when I was a kid. But the minute I saw Skarsgård on the theater screen for the first time when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a problem. Like, really bad. I like went home that night and I reread the book. I only picture Skarsgård's Pennywise when I read the book because the kids are always intermixed between new and old in my brain when I'm reading the book, but it's always Bill Skarsgård for Pennywise.
I even like the costume that they chose. It's like it's not a typical
It's more
clown.
book accurate.
Oh, it is?
It's very book accurate, yeah, because in the books, Pennywise has like orange buttons and a silver suit. He has like more Ronald McDonald look to him or like Dumbo or whatever, but
Hmm.
he's very much more book accurate in the Skarsgård movies versus the Tim Curry movies.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, in the book it even talks about like how he's like in all white and has like the frills and stuff. Because I actually
Hmm.
like saved it at one point because I was like, oh, if I ever want to make like a book accurate Pennywise, and then when I looked at it, I was like, wait, actually.
So you could argue
Skarsgård.
you could say that the Tim Curry one is just dressed as a stereotypical clown then and not to the book, correct?
Pretty much. Yeah,
I actually kind of
100%.
wonder if some of Tim Curry's is actually inspiration from oh, what's his name? The like real
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, is actually
Yeah.
because like also with like them
Oh,
using the blue and
I'm gonna say
everything.
100% for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because he's like wearing a very similar outfit. He's the blue on his eyes and everything. I think that's what they were going for. At least that's what it
John
looks
Wayne
like.
Gacy was like during the time of the they were filming this, wasn't it? Or was it? I think it was. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I believe he was already caught by then. I'd have
Oh,
to look
okay.
that
I'm
up.
assuming. I think his arrest was around that time.
Yeah,
So.
because when he was in prison before whatever happened to him happened, he drew pictures of Pennywise and like they're in the like John Wayne Gacy Museum or whatever
Oh
in
God.
Illinois. Yeah.
We don't need to talk about true crime on this pod. That we'll save that. We'll have other podcasters tackle. We don't need to talk about John Wayne Gacy or the Zodiac or whatever.
He
Oh,
was
Jack.
arrested in
Fun.
he was
Jack,
arrested in
if we talk about
1978.
Okay.
Jack, if we talk
Wow.
about true
Yeah.
crime, we
Wow.
What, Billy? What was that?
That's
we talk
crazy.
about true crime. The stories I know and can tell you, we'll be here for quite a while.
No, you jump onto another podcast.
What a
sir.
mood.
Ooh.
I actually did have another. Oh, I had another question. Pennywise takes different forms. Did you like the to scare the kids? Did you like the forms more in the Curry one, or in the Skarsgård one, because when I look back at the Curry one, they're just like, I understand what Stephen King was going for, and I remember in the book apparently he takes the form of some of the Universal monsters, like the creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I love that scene so much in the book. I always
I
feel so bad for poor Eddie.
I know it would
Corcoran,
probably
not
scare
the other
kids.
one.
It would probably scare kids in the book, but when I watch, like when the mummy shows up or whatever in the Curry one, it's just kind of cliche. Yeah, yeah. What forms did, and the Curry one, not the Curry, Skarsgård ones, I think are actually more interesting. Do you guys agree, disagree, thoughts?
Currently
I mean, I
watching the
agree.
Skarsgård one. I'd say the Skarsgård one.
Yeah, Skarsgård, and probably because you can actually see them a lot more than they do in the Curry
I'm.
one.
Hmm.
I mean, Stan's decapitated head is rolling around on the ground, and it just grew spider legs. That's pretty cool.
Just like the
Oh, I
thing.
love that one.
It's just like the
Somebody
thing.
call Bruce
Just like the
Campbell.
thing.
Sphinx. Thoughts.
Yes.
I know I
Oh,
know that it's more book accurate in the Curry one, but did you kind of prefer which one did you prefer?
I'm gonna have to go Tim Curry for this one,
Okay.
only because I feel like there was more. It made more sense in the story plot for what he was doing versus I feel like with Skarsgård it was more for the scare factor, but with Tim Curry's they played more into the fact that he was pinpointing each individual fear and using it against them.
Right.
Like the scene in the Tim Curry where Henry is breaking out of the insane asylum
Oh.
and Pennywise takes on the form of the dog. That happens in the book.
The way
And
go
it's
I knew
because
that sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I knew as soon as you mentioned that scene, Billy was gonna lose it.
it's like the security guard was attacked by a Rottweiler or whatever the dog was in the movie when he was a kid. So it made sense why Pennywise chose to be a dog of all things because he knew it was going to scare him and like make him pass out. And it worked. So, but like if if I was like a casual viewer without my like obsessive knowledge of the Pennywise universe, I would have to say Skarsgård just because they look better.
It looks like something you'd see like at a Universal Horror Nights, like the
Mm.
leopard character.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, the leopard. Don't even get me started on leopard.
Now, Billy, would you like to tell the class what you thought of the dog scene?
From the Curry one, again, like Nostalgia Critic, I was laughing my ass off because of how funny that was.
Because they basically took a dog and put him in the clown suit, didn't they?
Yep. And it
That
was
poor-
funny despite people saying it was scary. No,
I'd be angry too if I were that dog, actually. Why are you putting me in this clown suit?
I
The
gotta
nerve.
Google this. I don't remember this part.
You don't remember this? It's like type in like Pennywise, I don't know, Pennywise dog that Tim Curry film or whatever.
I mean,
Let's
I
see.
think if you look up like Henry escaping mental hospital, Tim
Oh
Curry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do you see it?
Yes. I forgot about this.
There was something about the Henry one. I don't remember if they fully did this. I think they did a little bit in the new one, but oh, phone. In the pet the oh god. In the Curry film, don't they show the ghosts of his friends? Like the
Oh yeah, I think in the Curry one it's Belch.
oh yeah, there was only one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Belch
because
is like
it's
a zombie under the bed.
mm.
Like that was creepy, I thought. That I don't know, I always just thought that was creepy. And someone remind me, did they
Oh,
oh go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm trying to remember if I like made this up or not, but did they show Pennywise in the moon in the Tim Curry one? Because that's how he
Yes,
talks to Henry
yeah.
is through the
yes, they
moon.
did. I
Okay,
actually
Yep.
wanted. I
that
wasn't
was
sure.
goofy.
was that in the
I
book?
thought we were veering away from the
Oh
Curry
yeah.
one because I wanted to make the joke. It was a lovely Tim Curry out that night.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's 100% in the book for sure, for sure. It just
Mhm.
like seeing it IRL, like it was so goofy. I was like, y'all could have kept that one out, TBH.
There's so many of those to be so real that I'm like, yeah, yeah. Sometimes Stephen King, maybe it's written better, but
Some
we can
things
ignore that one.
some things that have like kind of like comic book films, some things that are on in a book or comic book or whatever doesn't mean they'll translate well to film. Like I'm trying to think of a perfect example. I don't know. Like
I mean,
if
Tim
MODOK.
Curry and the Moon. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great example.
Modoc's the best example of recent. I agree, 100% agree. But so like the idea of putting a clown's face on the moon, it's kind of goofy. But
Yeah, it's very
now it's
goofy.
kind of goofy. But then when you think Tim Curry is a clown and his face on the moon, no, you've lost me. You've lost.
I was thinking, oh wait, is he going to start singing the Oogie Boogie part of the song? I'm the shadow on the moon at night.
Oh my
I'd
God.
forgive it if he did that. I'd forgive it because I love Oogie Boogie so bad.
Have you all seen that Tim Curry movie, The Good Witch, where he has that like super bad like musical
Is that the
number
one
where
where he
it's all
sings?
really bad green screen?
Is that the one where he sings "Anything Could Happen on Halloween"?
Halloween, yeah.
I love
That's
that
what that
song.
reminds me of.
I
Oh,
unironically love that
oh
song.
yeah, The Worst Witch. I love that movie.
That was it.
If you got shortness, Kyle, Minna, if you have not seen Tim Curry, type in like "Anything Could Happen on Halloween" or Tim Curry worst witch. It's the funniest thing that I think you will end up loving. And I've posted it 3 years on my Facebook account. Um, because no one gets what I'm referencing, but I'm like, I don't care. I unironically love that song.
It is
It's a good
such
song.
a
It kind of
random.
slaps.
It's such a random song. Like the song itself, the lyrics are just so random, yet they work.
I it's a perfect Halloween song, 10 out of 10. But I think, and this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll hand it off to Sphinx if she has anything else to add to the podcast. Let's talk about the endings of the book, the Curry film, and the movie. Sphinx, in the book, is it really just a giant spider?
Ooh.
Yes and no.
Okay,
Number
elaborate.
one, the
Also,
number
Minna,
one
feel
thing
free
I'm
to
gonna point
since you read
out.
the book, feel free to jump in too. Sorry to cut you off, Sphinx.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never finished
Oh,
it.
no,
I
you're
will
good.
be so real about that. I never finished the book. I couldn't do it.
It's a lot. It's a
It's
lot.
so much.
It really is.
Oh wait,
Oh,
that's a Stephen King cliche. Nice build up, but horrible payoff.
yeah.
That's a shot.
Oh God, he's
Oh my God. Well,
drinking
because
still.
like, just to like be real for 2 seconds about the book is because like I love Stephen King and I've read a bunch of his books, but it was one that I literally could not get through. And I got through Pet Cemetery. What do you mean?
I can't do it.
But
It's
like
really
part of
a
it
hard
is
read.
it is because part of it is the adults. Is like the adults are so boring because of how much Stephen King derails. And like granted, he does a lot of that to like tell things like the security guard that you know that he has this childhood trauma with Rottweiler, so that's why Pennywise chooses it. But also, is that really necessary? What if you just attacked him with the dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Or literally anything else.
anything else. If he just attacked him with a serial killer randomly, you know what? That's great. That's just random fear. Okay.
It
Moving
could have
on.
just been Penn and it would have made sense. Pennywise is terrifying. He could have just showed
Yeah.
his face and that would have been enough.
Would have been fine.
Eh,
But no,
Totally
terrifying
fine.
stuff.
Stephen King has to have a whole fucking backstory for this. Has a whole
Literally,
backstory for this
everybody.
security guard.
Why
For a
do I
few
need to
seconds.
know the backstory of the guy that brought Georgie's body home? I don't need to know that.
It turned out that the
Yeah,
guy
what
who
was that?
gave
Why
birth to it turns out that the woman who gave birth to Georgie, she was born outside of Maine. Her name was
She was
Slough.
committed.
Well,
Oh
what?
my God,
She
no,
was committed to an mental institution in the book because they brought Georgie's body home. They found his body. So the whole like Bill being like, we need to find Georgie. He's still alive. That doesn't happen. It's a full revenge story, like from the get-go. And Bill's mom like fully has a full like mental breakdown and she's like committed. Full like gonzo.
Billy, can't you take a drink for that? Because doesn't that happen to Tommy Knocker? Someone gets committed to an asylum.
oh yeah, being committed to an asylum is pretty common.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
him. Damn it. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Don't worry, I can also give you that he loves his like dead characters that continue to haunt other characters, like Georgie haunting Bill, Henry's best friends haunting him. Same thing happens with the first patient that the dad gets in
Minna,
Pet
don't do
Cemetery,
this.
and
You're
that
gonna
man's
you're
haunting
gonna
him.
kill off Billy.
Betty
I don't-
Ripson's
Name
parents.
all the tropes. Do it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna
Oh my
kill.
God, no, like the cops at the very beginning, why do I need their backstories? I don't care.
Yes. Or like Adrian. Like, don't get me, I have a soft spot for Adrian in the beginning. I felt like he really did have it hard, and the way he went out was nasty. But I
Yeah.
don't need to know all this information about how he came from New York and he's writing a book.
Oh, a
Oh, no, for
writer.
real.
He's a writer. Take a drink.
Oh yeah, there's a writer.
Guys, you're
There's
gonna
there's a
kill
couple of
Billy.
writers. There's yeah.
Minna, Kyle, you
Give
two
me
should
all
be
the
ashamed of
cliches.
yourselves.
Oh, if
I
there
will
are
hit
there
every
two
cliche
bullies?
right now.
Jack, don't worry.
Oh God.
Don't worry, Jack. I am completely fine.
All right.
Oh,
Why are you all
crazy
Now that
mothers.
I'm
That's
being
another
real.
one.
Hold on, one at a
Oh no,
time.
what's another one?
Hold on, one at a time. Kyle, what was that?
Crazy mothers. That's another one.
Oh
Take
God.
a
That's
drink.
true.
Minna, what were you gonna say too?
Now that I've derailed the story or the podcast, I will give it back to Sphinx to talk about the ending.
Yeah, Sphinx, that was a big derail. This
It was worth it though.
it
was
was.
needed.
It was. This
It
makes
was
for
worth
good
it.
entertainment. Sphinx, let's talk about the ending. You said yes and no to the spider.
Okay, super duper quickly, first thing, I want to say that canonly, I will fight this to the grave. Canonly, book canon, Pennywise is a woman and pregnant. Gonna trail with that. So I hate when people try to fight me on that because I'm like, just read the stupid book. Anyway, yes and no, Pennywise is a spider, but not really because of the fact that it's only what our brains could perceive because in the final, like the ritual of Chud, it's Pennywise's real form, and we can't actually like conjure a real image of what he looks like because as humans, our brains would like basically just like collapse on itself.
Mhm.
So we just see a spider in the place.
That still, even if that's the case, that still kind of seems a little lame.
Gosh, actually, I can add to this actually because like one of my friends is really into Pennywise and her. I had deep conversations about this. Because the other thing that we've also talked about is that Pennywise is every creature from every horror movie. Because that's basically Pennywise is like, and they go into this into like the Skarsgård is that he's like a basically an alien, like an interdimensional being. And so like he isn't of something that we can understand because he is of such greater power.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically so Pennywise is from the Macroverse, which is the universe that Stephen King created. But there's two. There's Montoran the turtle, and then there's Pennywise the glamour. And the others created him. So Montoran's good, and Pennywise is bad. And Montoran one day came out of his shell, threw up the universe, and went back in the shell. And Pennywise was like, screw this, and jumped in the vomit and found our planet. And that's how he touched down. I'm not kidding.
I know. I
And
remember that. I remember hearing about that. I mean,
yeah, so it's like really crazy. So basically, the only reason the Losers Club are able to even come close to pulling off what they pulled off is because the entire time the others are holding their hands. So they do like bestow upon the Losers Club this like weird form of magic so they can have the necessary tools to defeat Penn, basically.
there's references to the turtle in the Skarsgård films, aren't there? Like I know the
Yes, there is.
Oh,
There is.
yes.
And once again, give us backstory to that because I'm tired of explaining to people what that is.
It's like an Easter egg. It's an Easter
Oh
egg.
my god,
Yeah.
no, because that's like
See, give the backstory to the turtle, not to the Rottweiler and the guard with the Rottweiler.
Yes, it's like you cannot say the turtle can't help us and not explain what that means.
no, for real. It's the turtle's also like such a big one, and I'm like, why are explain? Why aren't you?
What?
The turtle reminds me of like have any of you read Discworld by Terry Pratchett, the whole Discworld series?
Mm-mm.
It's like the Earth is on. I think if I remember correctly, the Earth is on the shell of a turtle in space. It's kind of like that.
Ooh, love that. I've heard that.
I heard about. I love Terry Pratchett. I've only read two of the books. Terry Pratchett's Discworld, where Death is the greatest character in the book. Like he's like trying to understand human nature. He's really funny too. But that's a whole other conversation. So I didn't mean to say it was lame. Sphinx, I hope it came off as a little mean.
No, you're good. There's a lot of really lame things in this book. I'm not gonna lie.
It's probably because when you see, I don't remember if they said in the Curry film or not if they elaborated that's not the closest or is just when the Curry film is just spider appears.
He's just a spider. They don't
That
really explain it at
probably is
all.
what I
They explain the bare minimum of like that he's from another dimension essentially, and like
Yeah.
basically when it's explained by Mike and then Bill, and it's like when Bill's like takes the drug and everything and has like that weird like sequence, weird drug sequence. Hey, another Stephen King thing, a drug sequence.
There you go, Billy.
And hallucination. Yeah.
I
Um
hate that they did that. I absolutely hate that they did that.
Oh, it's so bad, and it just like it has like that whole moment where it's like, and Bill's crazy or Mike's crazy, and it's like, no, no, go back.
Mm-mm.
That was actually important information, and now
It-
everyone's gonna
Yes,
forget it because it was just a drug sequence.
basically.
oh God, Billy.
And like, don't even get me started. So in the book, the ritual of Chud is a game of riddles, fun fact.
Billy.
So you have to, Billy's not going to want to do this because you have to basically make out with Pennywise, bite down on his tongue, he bites
Ooh.
down on your tongue, and you get sent to the
Billy's
macroverse, and you have to fight. So you have to fight Pennywise, and if you make him laugh, you win. But if you don't make him laugh, he pushes you outside of reality and you never existed. And the entire time
Oh.
this is happening in a space battle, and then Monturin's just like in the background, and you just see him, and he's like talking to Bill, and he's like, "You got to do it like this." And Bill's like, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about." And then all of this stuff happens. But when they're an adult, Monturin dies because he throws up on a universe or chokes on a vomit that he was throwing up another universe and like chokes on it. And so Pennywise is like, "Your stupid little turtle friend isn't coming out of his shell this time." And so literally Richie, of all people, jump in and like joins the ritual of Chud and uses his stupid voices, and that works against Pennywise because it's all about imagination with him, and that's how they win. But in the movies, they're just like, I don't know what they did. They just fought
That
him
was
like
such
fist battle.
Didn't they hit him with a
Oh no,
pipe?
that's such a better ending.
Clown.
Didn't they
It's
hit him
so
with a
much
pipe or
better,
something?
and it wouldn't be hard, impossible to pull off, especially in these days. Why did the
Yeah,
Skarsgård
wait,
one give us that?
what?
Big,
Yeah, no, I'm
big
actually
leg
so mad about
like
that.
spider.
Me too.
Billy, shortness. You haven't really. What do you think of this? I see you laughing in the background. Do you think? I guess. Do you think the book ending?
All I can say is, because I've written so many I've written so many things on Stephen King in college. Him, he's just so great on drugs.
Oh my gosh, shortness.
Like the things that he wrote while on drugs, just baffling.
I could be wrong. Didn't he say he didn't know how to end it, so he was struggling to find an ending to the book? Is that true?
Oh, it is the worst ending I've ever heard in my entire life. It
Oh,
has the absolute worst ending I've ever read.
let's go into that. Let's Sphinx
Yeah,
elaborate
that's
why
Okay.
you
why I
think it's
cut
the
the
worst
sauce.
ending.
So you know how, okay, number one, I will never forgive the Skarsgård movie for messing up my girl Audra. She is a baddie, and I do not respect what they did to her because when Bill gets the call from Mike, he's in the UK filming a movie with Audra. They're filming the attic room or whatever, and which is definitely a nod to The Secret Window, but I digress. And freaking he leaves, but he tells her what happens because Audra was really addicted to like drugs and stuff, and she was like on a collision course to like harming herself pretty much. And then Bill saved her, so she flew back to America and went to Derry. And Beverly's husband kidnapped Audra and took her to Pennywise. But when he saw Pennywise's true form, he just died on the spot. But Audra mind broke because she was like sacrificed to the deadlights, but she was still alive. She was just in like a vegetated state. So basically, Bill, Audra, and Mike all stay in Derry for a couple months after Pennywise's defeat. Mind you, Derry is destroyed. Like, it explodes, essentially. And freaking,
Oh my god, another just explosion is the ending?
yeah, it's
Amazing.
just
Imagine that.
everything's gone. And
Fucking, that's
freaking,
The Shining! I'm so
yes.
mad anyways.
And freaking, so Bill's like basically like my super famous Hollywood celebrity wife is now just like never coming back because Pennywise got her. And then he's talking to Mike and they see Silver, Mike's bike or Bill's bike. And literally Bill's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Silver's beat the devil multiple times already because there's 3 chapters in the book called Bill Denbrough Beats the Devil, part 1, 2, and 3. And he puts Audra on the gosh darn bike and they just fly down Main Street like at high speeds and she just wakes up. And
Yeah,
that's how it ends. They just hug and they're
Isn't
like,
this
oh
the
my
No,
God. And that's the ending.
I
no, because
haven't
that's
looked
the
up what
ending
that
in
one
the
was.
Tim Curry
I
one.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yes, it is.
Oh
You're
I'm so
right.
mad about it.
It's so stupid.
It's
It
Okay,
is,
so
but I
bad.
can't be mad about it because I love Olivia Hussey.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
How does Skarsgård one? He doesn't even take the spider form. He's just like a face that melts away, right?
So
No,
he
he
like
takes that like big
instead,
guy.
yeah, he becomes like
there's-
elongated
Oh
instead,
yeah.
and like basically becomes the ice cream man from Legion, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
Okay.
This guy.
that.
I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Honestly,
I'm better.
I'm getting
I'm
more
okay
like
with that.
giant scorpion or crab vibes than spider.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. I'm
honestly.
okay with that. It's better than the spider.
Yeah, I agree. I think the filmmakers even knew that probably that they would look bad if they did a spider. They did references to the spider in the movie. I remember, like you see his little
Mhm.
legs. I'm okay with what they did for the like for part 1. I really remember where you see the spider legs on, but he's still the Pennywise form. I think that's probably the best option you could have done because if you did the spider, I think people would have just found it ridiculous.
Well, because I
Like
did
in
with
this
the
day and
first
age, I mean,
one.
I
Well,
don't
because
know.
even in the first one, that was a thing. Because I definitely have talked about like the Pennywise movie to like an older crowd, and the amount of them that are like, yeah, it was really about the movie until the spider. And I'm like, what? Like so many of them, and they're like the stupid scooter. And
The
I'm like, oh
scooter?
no, the scooter,
Oh my
the Pennywise scooter.
god.
I've heard it
Scooter.
so often
Oh my
that
god.
like,
But which
also
oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna go back to like a random bit about like the kids and like how they did like part 1, part 2 with like the Skarsgård one versus just having it all in one giant 3-hour movie in Tim Curry's with like the flashbacks and everything.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure why they did it differently is because that was another thing that like didn't translate well and then didn't get like really good reviews is because it made the movie very like choppy and made like the storyline kind of like jumpy and jumping back and forth, and so a lot of people like didn't know what was going on, so they were like, okay, we're just gonna tell like the kids and then the adults so that like no one gets lost.
I think that's what I like most about the Skarsgård films, or at least part 1, better because I think if they did that, like you were saying, it would probably get the same amount of percentage reviews as the Curry one because it is kind
Yeah.
of just like going all over the place.
Yeah, well, like, and especially with like how Stephen King writes, like,
A madman.
and I was literally just talking about that, is that he likes to derail and he likes to just go on his little tangents. And so it makes it sometimes, I think, hard for like when they're making a screenplay because they're like, can I take this out? Can I take this out? I really should take this out.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Like, no
sorry.
joke. There's the scene where Stan, like, calls it quits when he's an adult. There's like probably 4 pages of descriptions on what the inside of his arms look like.
Oh my god.
I didn't
For
need that.
real.
It's like
That's not necessary.
that's why you need a Stanley Kubrick to adapt his work, and then Stephen King will hate it. The Kubrick thing will be
Absolutely.
I
Oh
actually
my God. Don't even get me started.
do you not like the Kubrick? Just quickly, I have to ask, do you not like the Kubrick film?
I hate The Shining, okay? I love the book so much. The book is so much better. I am so mad right now.
Okay, we're gonna have to
Oh.
do a special Shining episode one day. I think The
I
Shining works
Jack,
as a
I will
film.
say this regarding The Shining. I actually learned that Kubrick was the one who cut everything in that. What was his name? Stephen King. I'm fine. Stephen King was not happy about it, and I
No.
made the joke. Oh, so that's why The Shining was scary.
I
Oh,
I
Stephen
love The
King made his
Shining.
own version of The Shining, actually, because he hated Stanley Kubrick so much. He
Oh,
put
sorry,
his own money in to make a new one.
I love The
Mhm.
Shining. As someone who has never read The Shining book but knows what happens, I think The Shining is a terrifying film. but I haven't read the book, so I can't disclose. I even if I read the book and enjoyed it, I still think the Shining film on its own is still an effective horror movie. But I admit I haven't read the book, so maybe I would feel different. I don't know. There's adaptations that I've liked. Like I've read Dracula 1,000 times, and there's adaptations of Dracula that I hate and like. So what do I know?
Fair enough.
Um,
It
but Mina
happens.
I
apparently
mean, I
just
also
flat
just
out
have a lot of
hates.
opinions.
Mina flat
Oh yeah,
out hates the Kubrick one. That's okay.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I will be so real. And like,
All
okay,
right.
I will be so real. Okay, like real fast, real fast.
Okay.
Because like I actually didn't really like it anyways. So like I didn't really like it as a movie anyways. And then I read the book and I was like, oh no, I hate this. It's awful. It's so bad. I was like, remove the movie. The book is so much better. It's so much creepier. There's so much more tension. The kid is fantastic. The mom's not even there. Why is she in it? Why is
Super
she?
duper fun fact, really quick. I'm so sorry, but the guy that tells that kid in The Shining about his like shine powers is the same kid that Mike's dad went to war with in it.
Yeah, they're all connected,
Oh,
right? He likes to intertwine
yeah,
his stories.
I love that.
Yeah,
Even
because in the Tommy Knockers, they go to Derry and talk to Ben and Bev, and there's a shrine that's like to all the kids lost in the Derry flood of 1982, and it's like a shrine, but over the shrine it says Pennywise lives, and it's like mentioned in the Tommy Knockers.
didn't you even
Oh, I
say
love
in the
that.
trailer for Welcome to Derry, there's a bus that says Shawshank Prison.
Yes, yeah.
That's
Which there's so my favorite parts of the It books, all which really freaks me out because Welcome to Derry is based off these parts, is when Mike was soloing it when everybody within that 27 years that Penn was sleeping, he interviewed a bunch of people in Derry and everybody in Derry knows about Pennywise. They just don't talk about him. They're like, what are you gonna do about it? So everybody has a story, and somebody did get sent to Shawshank. Eddie Corcoran's dad gets sent to Shawshank because he has a twin that he accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally like hurt the kid, and the kid did not make it. So Eddie ran away, and Pennywise got him as the creature of the Black Lagoon, and then the dad got blamed for both of them, and he got sent to Shawshank, even
I
though he swore up and down that he never did it, and he stood by that.
I
I
love
have a question.
yeah.
Do they ever explain in the movies how Pennywise like his magic like influences the town, and that's why all the adults like ignore what's going on with the kids, and how
I
everyone's
don't think so.
memories like leave their
I
bodies
don't.
or they lose their memories like
Mhm.
when they leave the town, stuff
So
like that.
Stephen,
They don't in the movies.
do they in the books?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it dumb or is it mixed or is it good?
Well, basically, so Penn in the books, you get Pennywise's point of views too, so you can hear like his thought process on everything. It only really happens at the end, like right before the ritual of Chud takes place. But he basically sees Pennywise as, or whoa, he basically sees Derry as a breeding ground for him. Like he sees the people of Derry as sheep, and that's all he sees them as. So since he's been around in that area for so long, he's so deeply ingrained in the town that the people just automatically fall under his spell.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because like I feel like because the Tim Curry one just has like the one line that Bill says that's like um this town is Pennywise. That's
Oh
basically
yeah,
like yeah.
So
that's it.
so let me get this straight. Stephen King will go pages and pages and pages to explain what's in like a kid's arm or something, but he doesn't really elaborate how Pennywise operates the town.
Yeah.
No.
Stephen King, everybody. Stephen King. Thank you.
And I understand why he did it because throughout the entire book, it's like Pennywise is supposed to be, I mean, he's an eldritch being. He's from the macroverse. He's not even from this universe. He will taunt the kids he left a balloon that said it came from outer space and everything, like just being a troll. Pennywise is just a troll.
Hmm.
That's his whole thing.
Hmm.
No, Sphinx, he's
And
a clown. Trolls or something. No, I'm kidding.
close enough. And it's really funny too because it's like they even like compare him to Ronald McDonald in the book. They're like, he looks like a cross between Ronald McDonald and Bozo the Clown. And I'm like, okay, I'm just
Hmm.
gonna think of Skarsgård. Thank you though for that suggestion.
Did
The
you
only
watch?
difference is Ronald
Yeah.
killed more people. Hey!
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just they very much just keep Pennywise very open-ended on what he is or she is and like why she's here and everything. And it's just very vague altogether. And it really sucks because it's like of all things, that's what I want to know is like, who is Pennywise? Exactly. Other than just like
Yeah.
a ball of light from a different universe I got bored one day.
Hey, he was really mad at that turtle. That's his
Apparently
motivation.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
literally, like, there's a line in the book where Pennywise was like, says, like, that stupid old turtle didn't want to play, so I found another person to play with. And
oh,
that was basically like just being like, he dove headfirst into the turtle's vomit and found Derry.
this this book. I would
Oh,
be
yeah. I'm just scraping the surface here.
if I didn't know the horrible stuff that's in the book that we will not discuss, I probably would try to read it. But I'm just so
So,
I've heard that's like
honestly,
actually not that bad.
it's not that bad.
it's okay. So, I literally just finished the book today.
Again,
Um,
you
again,
how
yeah, again. This is probably my third read through for the year. But it's
Dang.
not that bad. It's really not. There's the end of chapter 22, skip, not even gonna get on that. But it's long there's just like a lot of like racism and things that are supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
yeah.
So if you can just like push through that, which is really hard, I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Um, it's a really good book. It really is. Like it's fantastic and you learn so much more about the kids and how they tick, their backstories and everything. Like after Georgie died, Bill's parents ignored him for years. They just pretended he didn't exist. So he not only did he lose his brother and blamed himself, but his parents just pretended like he wasn't there. Richie's parents were kind of like super oblivious as well. So it kind of shows how deeply ingrained Pennywise is into the adults to like just make them forget. Even Eddie's mom, who has Munchausen's by proxy syndrome, is letting Eddie do all of these things. Like he has a broken arm, and there's my favorite scene in the book, and I'm so sorry, I'll stop here soon. But my favorite scene in the book is when Henry Bowers breaks Eddie's arm in the book. It's not Pennywise.
Okay.
And when Eddie's in the hospital, the rest of the losers try to come visit him, but Eddie's mom is like, he's done with you. He doesn't want anything to do with you. This is blah, blah, blah. And then so they all leave, and Eddie's mom goes into the hospital room and talks to Eddie, and Eddie's like, Mr. Keene told me that my aspirator was just water. Isn't that funny? And she's like, how dare he? We're never going back there and everything. And he's like, well, I can keep taking my medicine if you let me keep seeing my friend. So he like blackmails his mother, and it's this huge moment in the book. So it just like shows so much more because in the movies, Eddie does seem kind of like a pushover, especially in the Tim Curry one where he's still living with his mom when he's a full adult.
Oh, that's on the book.
Hmm.
No, he's married. He's married to someone who looks exactly like his mother. Like he put two pictures of them side by side and went, I can't do this, and then got the flu.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
his wife, I can't remember her name. Oh God, I love her so much so in the book.
I
She's
love
so
that in the new
funny.
movie. In the new movie, it's just the same actress for his wife.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so like that's a full nod to how in the movie or the book he like looks at him side by side and he's like, I can't marry my mother. And then he gets sick and she babies him and he's like, I'll marry you. What is her name? I'm so sorry, this is gonna bug me.
Go ahead.
It's like it starts with an M. Oh
I,
shoot.
Is it like Martha or something?
I
Martha,
think
why did you
so.
say that name? Sorry, I had to. We're
Well,
all DC people here. I think I had to throw in a DC reference.
Well, if you think that's bad, folks, you should see him.
Myra. That's it.
Thanks.
What
Well,
Yep.
were we gonna say,
I
Billy?
love Myra.
Hold on, Billy. What were we gonna say?
well, if you think if you think sorry, if you think Eddie's mom is bad, you should see his cousin Norman.
Oh God,
Oh my gosh.
Norman, Norman.
I hate Stan's wife, BT Dubs. You don't really see her in the movies at all, but she is the worst.
uh,
She's like so self-hating that she projects it into the world. I just can't stand her. I skip that chapter every single time too. I'm just like, nope, I'm good.
Stan's the one who kills himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan
And
never
it's
left the
so
impression.
funny because in the book, Stan's the one that makes them swear and does the blood promise for them to come back if Pennywise isn't dead. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't Bill, it was Stan because Stan knew that Pennywise was a girl and pregnant, and he was like, if she's not dead, we got to take her out because there's going to be millions of little pens running around and we can't have
that
that.
actually makes it scarier that he did kill himself because he was the one who initiated, but he was so afraid he couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's why in the movie when he picks up the phone and Mike's like, it's Mike from Derry, Stan doesn't have any questions other than like, it's back, isn't it? Because he never forgot.
Now, speaking of Stan and the suicide, wasn't there some if I remember correctly, there was some controversy in part two that they how they portrayed Stan committing suicide. Does anyone remember this controversy or something about that? Like I vaguely remember something about this.
I do not remember that being the controversy. And that's probably because like the gay kid at the beginning was way more like controversial to a bunch of
Oh,
people.
okay. That's
Uh,
probably what I'm
Mm.
thinking
which
of then.
like I
Adrian.
can give, yeah, Adrian was, uh, I
Stereotypical.
can give the backstory for that as well. Because like, so I went on a tour, in Derry, in Bangor, um,
What?
in Maine. Yes,
I'm
I am also a
so
big Stephen King
jealous.
fan. It was so cool. Oh my God. And we got to go
Girl,
to the places in the book. So we got to go to like the bird bath
what?
and we got, yes, and we got to go to the drain where Georgie dies. And
No.
yeah,
Oh, I couldn't do
we got
that.
to
I think
see
I would
Stephen
like
King's
pass
house.
out.
Oh my God, it was so cool. We got to go to Ben's house. We got to see like, and then we also got to go to Stephen King's house and see like it. And it's so good. It was so cool. And the water tower is right next to the bird bath, like it is in the book. So like, got to see both of
Oh, that
those.
makes me so
Um,
happy.
oh my God, it's literally so good. If you ever go to Bangor, Maine, it's literally like the Stephen King tour. And it's so cool. You learn so much about him and like Maine and like a bunch of things about it. Because like I think this is why I love Stephen King is like going there and learning all this stuff about him because there's just so much that he's done for that community.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's really cool.
If I may
Yeah,
interject
love him.
quickly, so you're saying basically in the book when they're in Derry, it's kind of like he recreated the real life Derry
Oh
into.
yeah, Bangor, Maine is Derry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
It
so
even
like
says, let me see. It says in the book that he started writing it in Bangor and the whole thing is, oh God, was set in, I have to be careful with this one. This one's a first edition.
Nerd. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's
true.
fine.
No, I'm
But
kidding,
I think
Sphinx.
it even says in the book that it's like based in Bangor. Oh,
I
it's at
think so.
like
Well, because
East
I think Bangor
Bavarian.
is mentioned as well. And like Derry, Maine is mentioned often, where like Derry, Maine's not a real place. Is
Okay.
like
Oh
also
yeah.
mentioned in the other places because like Pet Cemetery, Derry and Bangor, I believe, are mentioned in Pet Cemetery.
Also, did he base the Shining Hotel on a specific hotel he was in?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was like
the
the Stanley,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. Colorado. That's a very pretty hotel, by the way. I also
Yes, it
stayed
is.
there.
You
It's
did.
so pretty. I did.
Yep.
So it was kind of my friend and I went on like a big spooky road trip, so got to see a few Stephen King places.
Is there an
That's so
actual?
fun.
I know the room is different from the Kubrick film, your favorite, Mina.
Yeah.
Is there what did you see the room that's mentioned in the book when he went to the hotel?
Um,
I think there's a room in the book.
Yeah, Sam and Colby
so
stayed there.
yeah, I didn't know where that was or anything, and we were only there for one night. I really want to go again and like actually explore. But they do have like it's kind of funny because they like took out the carpet and put the carpet that's in the movie in it. And honestly, I actually do love that carpet, so I was like, that's so real of them. Um, and like the hotel is just gorgeous and huge. Like it's honestly kind of crazy. Um, so like trying to find anything there, I was kind of like, I don't know where anything is. Um, but it is kind of funny because like so The Shining wasn't filmed there, obviously. Um, but what was filmed there was Dumb and Dumber 2. The
That's just
owl
dumb.
scene. It's so funny. The owl scene in Dumb and Dumber 2 where they accidentally hit the owl with the champagne cork and kill it.
Oh my
It's so
gosh.
Classic.
Oh my god. It was so funny when I saw it too, because I was like, wait, what do they mean Dumb and Dumber like 2 was filmed here? And I was like trying to think about it and I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, that one's at the ski resort. And then I remembered the owl scene and I was like, and then I started looking around us and I was like, oh, those are those windows. Wait.
This is.
Funny.
I think I just realized we've almost, I think, an hour and a half, maybe hour and a half to 2 hours we've got on this podcast. So that may be a record for with this many people. I know it was I think there was a previous on the previous podcast with Mr. Lovewell and Abby Normal. It was pretty long too, but I think we should start wrapping it up. But I will end with overall, what do you think of it as in like as a story, the films,
Oh,
I guess the franchise? What do you think overall? Start with, we'll go reverse. I'll save SPHINX for last because I think SPHINX has the most to say. But I'll start with Minna. What do you think of just the story of it or the it world? What do you think of it? Whether it be the movies or the book?
honestly, I think it's really fascinating. I absolutely love the Skarsgård movies. It's the whole reason why I started trying to read the book is because like I think it's absolutely fascinating. I love them. And like yeah, I love the kids. I think they're like there's so much honestly, there's so much lore and everything, and I am here for lore. So like it's just kind of like it's like hard to even like say anything because there's just so much and I know so much of it that it's like it's so good. There's just so much.
And Kyle, what do you overall, Kyle, what do you think of just the It universe or the It movies? What do you think of it overall?
I really like it. There's not a lot of horror movies where I can watch part one, part two back to back and have so much fun. And I, I I have to watch both of them. I can't just watch one or the other. I got to watch both of them right then and there. It's a good time. Both of them are great too, old and new. They both have their differences, but um, it's a Halloween classic.
They
You
are
got to
good for
do it.
Halloween, I will concede to that. Shortness. Overall, same question.
I love them. I what can be said? They're classics. Doesn't matter whether it's the new one or the old one. Old one holds so much more nostalgia, and the new one is just so like there are beats of the story that are just so much more compelling. And I mean, the kids' performances in both are worth it.
I
Mm.
agree with that. Like I'll get my thoughts eventually, but Billy, if you're still alive from the drinking game, thoughts, the same question to you, sir.
Hmm. No, I'm good. I'm good. Why are you all spinning?
Oh God.
Is a funny movie. The first one. I will say though, the Skarsgård one, it did have some legitimate creepy moments that got even this guy, but then a lot of really dumb moments that made me go, why?
So it's kind of a mixed bag for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a mixed bag. I mean, I like both of them, and there are parts of both of them I don't like, and there are parts of them that I really don't care for. But over and all, they're both really fun for different reasons.
That's very fair, and I'm kind of in the same boat as you. SPHINX, the floor is yours.
Okay. I I am obsessed with all of them. TBH, I like them both for different reasons. I feel like if you watch them all in one run through, which is kind of a big package to do, you get basically the gist of what's in the book. There are lines in the Tim Curry one that are like word for word from the book that they just like pulled out, which I really like a lot. But I will always have loyalty to my book, Pennywise. He's much more powerful, he's scarier, he's way more intense, and it kind of makes watching the It movies feel almost like lackluster because they nerfed him down so much.
Understood.
But that being said, I do watch them constantly, and I do love them very much,
as
especially
evidence,
Skarsgård.
as
Oh
evidence.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, I guess I was very skeptical of going into it. I started off being very fearful because of the cover of the movie. Then I was just kind of, I guess, let down a little bit from what I was expecting when I saw the Curry one. And so I was skeptical of the Skarsgård one. And I was not necessarily scared, but I enjoyed what I was seeing. And I enjoyed Skarsgård's performance as well as the kids. Part two, I barely remember anything because I just think the adult stuff is really boring. But overall, I'm entertained by the story of it. And I know that sounds like a morbid thing to say, but it's
I'm right there with you.
I admire King's world building, even though both Minna and SPHINX said he goes into too much detail. It kind of reminds me of when I read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Jules Verne would not stop shutting up about all the various types of sea life. So,
Gross.
yeah, it was. So I think that I kind of fall into it's not the greatest horror story in the world or the thing that interests me, but I do respect King for coming up with it because it has created such a horror icon, I guess. Would you agree with that? Pennywise has now become just like this pop cultural horror icon where someone you can now compare with like Freddy and Jason even.
I agree 100%.
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, you see him at Spirit Halloween all the time now.
Oh yeah, unfortunately for my wallet.
Yeah, I figured for you. Anyway.
Yep. Another clown to the roster.
I was gonna say him and Art go out for drinks every Friday. It's fine.
Don't even get me started on that damn clown. I hate Art so much, bro.
Ooh,
That kind of surprises me.
can I say
It
one
does
more
too.
thing about it?
What do you have, Kyle?
Every time they show what's his name? Ben in the new one and he's all grown up. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's hot.
Oh, and he's hot.
Oh yeah. This is such a stark contrast.
You pull
Oh,
up.
I forgot what I wanted to mention.
Yeah, go.
It was about the Skarsgård one. Guess who showed up? Okay, so for context, Nina, I'm not sure if you know this, but I'm pretty sure everyone else does. My city has a convention called HorrorCon. It's the only one in my country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before it moved location, this was about I think a year or so back. Guess who showed up to my HorrorCon unannounced, completely surprised because he was in the area?
If you say Bill
Kid
Skarsgård, I'm
Ben.
gonna block you.
Wait,
Really?
the kid bed?
Yep, I said hi to Kid Ben.
Cute.
He was such a sweet guy. Really, really nice.
I love that.
You have a picture
Did
with
you
him.
know in the chapter 2 when it does like the fake out Ben in the beginning, that's actually Kid Ben from the Tim Curry Pennywise?
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it's one of my favorite little cameos.
Isn't that so funny? I was
It's
like,
so
that's so
cute.
random. Yeah.
Oh, real quick, was the guy that works at the pharmacist, was he anybody?
Oh, Edward or Keene, Mr. Keene.
I
Yeah.
remember that now.
Was he like the older what's the kid's name? The main guy? Billy?
Bill?
Yeah, was it grown up Bill? Was that him? The same actor?
Oh
I don't
no,
think
so.
the pharmacist guy was like the guy who was the creepy guy talking to Beverly, right? Where he said,
Yeah.
You could be Lois Lane.
"I'm Clark Kent."
Ugh.
Yeah, that freaking creep.
Yeah, was he in the book?
He's not a creep in the book though, because in the book he's the one that told Eddie that his mom is like fake drugging him with all of these diseases, and he's like, "You're old enough, Ed's like it's time for you to know," and that's how he was able to blackmail his mom in the book because Mr. Keene told him about it.
So they just turned
Yeah,
Mr. Green into a creep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
'cause I
much.
think
They just ruined him.
Yeah. Yeah, because in the well, 'cause like in the Skarsgård one, I think what they do is he finds out because they just mentioned that it's a placebo or someone does.
Yeah, it's
and
the
he
daughter
overhears
of
them.
Mr.
Yeah.
Keene.
Yeah, oh, that's right. She's the one that
I
tells
love
him
Eddie's little
that.
outburst of their gazebos.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part.
Honey.
They're gazebos. They're bullshit, Mom.
He's
When you
so
roll,
cute.
when you
I
roll a
quote
high
that way too
intimidation,
much.
when you roll a fail on intimidation,
I think on
Oh,
that
him so much.
note,
He's
because
so
we
cute.
are reaching the 2 hour mark, we're gonna close
Heyo.
it up. Depending on which podcast comes next, because we're filming these back to back. Well, not back to back in one day. Either it will come out first or the next one we film, which is yet to be revealed. Hopefully, the goal is to get them all out in October for you, the viewers, to see for your Halloween pleasure. But until then, I want to thank you all, as always, for joining. For Minna and SPHINX with their book knowledge, especially SPHINX with her entire knowledge of Pennywise. Shortness
Yeah,
and her
sorry about that, guys.
Shortness and her horror, and Kyle for their horror knowledge, and Billy for not dying of alcohol poisoning. So until next time, I'll leave the links in the descriptions of where you can find all these lovely people. Until then, this is the end of Behind the Projector. So
Ooh.
there we go, and see you in the next one.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yay!
Here we go.
Or
Give me a second.
real
Give me a
fast.
second. Here we go. That's
Oh,
the
have you